In my Mastermind Club, I teach you how to do this. And not only do I teach you how to do this, but I have already applied this formula on 25 currency pairs. Type in ME, M-E, into the question section box if you think, if you had access to 25 different currency pairs with this formula already done, so that you know when to trade, when to wait, know how to buy, how to sell, and how to protect yourself, that you could see a tremendous amount of success. So there's 25 workspaces that are available right now, which you can download literally right now if you want them. Excuse me. And to give you an idea, if you were to click on one of them, it would have all the information which you could possibly need to be able to generate a healthy return. So for example, we click on the pound yen. I have all of your monthly analysis done for you. I have all of your buy zones, sell zones done for you. I have all of your written detailed descriptions and notes on your charts. If you look at your daily time frame, I'll let you know your high prices, your low prices, let you know the trade plan, your targets, where the market U-turns at or should U-turn at. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, I have indicators already placed on there, what I want you to use to help guide you. And there's another thing in which I do. Yeah, it's right here. We're going to be updating this aspect today. If you go to education.marketers.com and you click on, my courses, when you are a member of my Mastermind Club, oh, there's an on-site. That's cool. You left-click over Mastermind Club. And what this will do is this will give you access to this page. Now, this page, this green button, do me a favor, if you're not a part of, by the way, everyone, if you're a part of the club, I have a gift for you. Just, hey, type in yes, why yes if you're part of the club. Type in yes if you're part of the club. Okay, perfect. If you're a part of the club, one of the things which we do, being a part of this club, is we give you extra stuff, okay, along the way. One of the benefits is receiving, gifts. One of the benefits is receiving, that like last month you received a voucher just being a club member. So this month we have the inauguration, and so one of the benefits what you receive for this month is we're going to give you prep sessions, okay? And what does that mean? Well, you're going to receive access. Everyone who's a club member gets access to this. We had one January 5th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Your next prep session will be January 12th, and we're going to have another one on January 20th. And what these prep sessions are for, it's to provide you trade plans on how to take advantage of the effects of the inauguration, okay, when President Obama leaves and President Trump comes in. And so that will have and is expected to have an effect on the Forex market. And so these sessions are designed for you to be well prepped, okay? Now, these don't cost a thing, okay? You don't have to pay for these. This is just our gift to you for just being a Mastermind Club member, okay? And so when the session occurs, just log into your page, and at the top of your page, you're going to have a link, and it's going to say, click on this link to come join the session. Okay, so The next one's going to be January 12th. So on January 12th, just go log into this page and click on the link, and it's going to bring you directly there. Okay. So, but if you're not a part of the club members, let me show you. We're meeting today at 3 o'clock. So all the club members and I, we're all meeting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to be updating all of our notes, and we're going to be updating all of our analysis, and we're going to be breaking down the markets, and we're going to see us apply the market direction. Now, what exactly do we update? Well, we're going to update those 25 different workspaces, yes. What we're also going to do is we're also going to update this. Now, what this page is, this page is my trading idea page for the Mastermind Club members. And so whenever you're looking for trading ideas, and if you're ever looking for, hey, what should I focus in on today or this week? What should I be doing in the market? I've already done all of it for you. And what I want you to do is get in the habit of going to this page and using it. And this is how you use it, okay? On the left-hand side, you have a list of all the currency pairs. 25 of them. And then you have what's called directional bias. And what I've done is I applied my formula of success on this directional bias page. And if I have an opinion and my formula says, hey, we should buy, we should sell, I will mark bullish or bearish. If I do not have a bias opinion, I will have nothing marked. It will just be blank. Okay? So I'm not trading all 25 currency pairs. And so just understand that. Now, the profit level is going to be, hey, where am I going to look to limit out at? Where am I going to take my profits? That's important. The trade status is going to be, hey, am I actively trading or am I waiting? Am I actively trading or am I waiting? Then you have the projected profits and pips, which as of right now is 3,928 pips. So there's 3,928 pips of trading ideas available right now. Now, we tried our very best to communicate this information in a couple of different ways. Number one, the very visual aspect to find fast trades. But if you want details, you just click on, it says details here, just literally just click on it. And what it will do is it will bring you directly to a trading ideas detailed page. And this trading idea detail page is going to give you all the written descriptions as into why I'm buying or why I'm selling or why I'm out of the market. And so if we look at, for example, CAD JPY, it says I'm short. And it says this is the monthly description as to why. This is the daily time frame as into why. Here's the 1 hour time frame as into why. Here's the 1 hour opportunity. Now, if you can read those on your own, and that's available right now. You can literally go through those if you're a club member. And we're going to be updating all those at 3 o'clock today, and we're going to do it live. And yes, it will be recorded for you to review. But this video analysis section, this is probably one of the most unique aspects to this whole program. It takes a lot of time to do this. I pretty much block out half my day to make sure that I can do this the right way. But I update these every Monday. So I'm going to update all the notes in the workspaces today, and then on Monday I come in and update the rest. And what these are 25 individual YouTube videos that are only available to club members. Now, they're not long, drawn-out videos. They're only 1 to 5 minutes on average. Each one of the things is like 3 minutes. Some of them are like 4 minutes, but some of them are under 2 minutes. And what these are called Mastermind Trading Idea videos. And what I do is I give you a commentary to where you can watch me analyze the market and explain to you over audio why I'm buying, why I'm selling, or why I'm placing my stop where I am, and so on and so forth. These are on demand. This is designed for the traders who want information fast. This is designed for the traders who are kind of like, hey Josh, I don't really want to come meet with you once a week, but I still want trading directions, and I really would like to kind of hear your thoughts onto why you're doing what you're doing. Then just watch the videos. You don't have to come to the actual presentation if you don't want to. I want you to, but I still wanted to give you an on-demand way. So if you think about it, you're ever in a pickle, you're ever in a trade, and you're kind of like, man, I really don't know if I should be buying or selling. Pick the currency pair of your choice, watch the video, you can see what I'm doing, then you can say, hey, Josh is doing this, or Josh is doing that. Or if you're looking for a trading opportunity, you can say, hey, Josh is doing this, or Josh is doing that. Type in a yes, why yes, if you think that this little area would give you a huge benefit and really give you the ability to make really smart, appropriate decisions that can lead to generating a return. And so, one of the things which I wanted to do is I also wanted to make this whole aspect even easier for you, because one of the things which I've heard investors say as we educate them and as we teach them and we have these trading rooms, one of the things in which I hear traders say is, hey, I'm just not making the same amount of money that you're making. Hey, I'm not making the same amount of pips that you're making. Type in me, M-E, if you've ever struggled with the aspect of, hey, I see the same setup as you, but for whatever reason, I don't get in at the same time as you, or I'm not in front of my computer, so, you make 100 pips, I make 30 pips. You make 2,000 pips, I make 400 pips. And there's obviously a drift. There's obviously something wrong, right? So one of the things in which I'm doing in my Mastermind Club is I'm introducing what's called a trade copier. And this trade copier is going to solve that problem. And this trade copier is designed for you to have the same experience that I have. So what does that mean? How does this work? Well, as you know, last year I made over 38,000 pips, and I won 76% of all my trades. But I don't know anyone else who made 38,000 pips. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I did this in front of a lot of people, but, obviously not everybody monitors the charts like I do. Not everyone, is around their charts like I do. So, life is getting in the way. But what this trade copier is going to do is it's going to monitor my trades. It's going to monitor my trading account. And I'm going to trade like normal. I'm just going to simply enter in the market, buying or selling, and I'm going to have my exit points. And if you have the same trade copier, this is called a one-to-many. And it's going to copy my orders, and it's going to send you a signal, and it's going to say, hey, Josh just entered into the market. Would you like to copy his orders? Or would you like to have the same orders as the system, as the copy trader? And you can say yes, just click a yes button and it will duplicate it. You can say no, it won't do anything. You can just set it on autopilot. You can adjust the lot sizes to where, you may want to trade less than what I'm trading lot size. You may want to trade more, so you have that option. But what it's intended for, it's intended for investors to have the same experience that I have for this year. Now I'm going to release this to the club members and the quarter two, and the reason why is, I want to work with you for a couple months, and I want to share with you and show you exactly, I want to give you all my formulas and all my trading ideas, and I want to educate you on how I plan to trade and how I trade. Because once you have this trade copier, you're not going to be able to pick up the phone and call me and say, hey Josh, why did you buy or why did you sell? This trade copier is going to have a huge demand, And as you can imagine, we'll probably have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people to do this. And I just can't have thousands of people calling me. It's just the reality of it. And so when you receive this, I want you to be educated on it, because this year my goal is very simple. It's a modest goal for me. My goal is to make 2,000 pips a month on average with this copier. Now I've won 11 months in a row thus far, consecutively, to where I have not had a losing month in 11 months thus far. And right now my average is right around 3,000 pips a month. So I absolutely believe I can continuously provide 2,000 pips a month. That should not be an issue for me. But I just want to ask the question. If you're kind of thinking about being in the Mastermind Club and you're kind of on the fence a little bit, do you think that you could make some money with the club? You know, do you think that, because that's what it comes down to, do you think that you could benefit from this copier and basically be provided 2,000 pips a month on average? That's what it's intended for. Do you think that you would enjoy that aspect, you know, whether you're working, whether you're at home, whether you're traveling, whether you're sleeping, if you just had this going that, you know, it's 2,000 pips a month? Do you think you would enjoy, after 5 months of doing it, to look in your trading account and see that, hey, you're up 10,000 pips? Type in yes. Why yes? That would be a big benefit. Do you think it would be a huge benefit to be able to work with me on a weekly basis, or have the opportunity on a weekly basis to work with me, to receive my trading ideas on a weekly basis, to receive updated on-demand video analysis on all the currency pairs, so you kind of pick and choose? Now, I want to be very transparent with everybody. This is going to be the last time in which we host a presentation of open enrollment for the Mastermind Club. We are going to be closing the enrollment here today. Now, we do have plans on opening it up again in the future, but we have closer to 1,000 people that have already signed up. And technology-wise and service-wise, for staff member-wise, we're coming to our threshold. And so we would like to have a very unique and a very positive experience for the members. And so I'm having a class, or my meetup is going to be today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We do this once a week. We're going to do this once a week for 6 months. And then next month, in February, I'm going to have what's called a 3-day mastermind event. Now, I'm going to have a 3-day mastermind event every month for 6 months. Sorry, for every quarter for 6 months. You get 2 of these mastermind events. Now, it will be broadcasted online as well as be done in person. And so as you can imagine, you know, 1,000 individuals, it takes a personnel and it takes staff members and so on and so forth and overhead. So we're only going to allow 12 more people to enroll into this program, and then we're closing it down for a period of time. Before we do that, this is going to be my last presentation with you talking about this. And so, you know, if you're thinking about being one of those traders that is going to enroll into this program, you're thinking to yourself, hey, you would like to have this and you want to be a part of the first group, type in me, M-E, into the question section box if you would like for me to provide you details of exactly how the program works, of the overall goals of the Mastermind Club, why it got started, give you a little bit of history and information, then you can kind of make a decision. You can say, hey, yeah, Josh, you know, I would like to be a part of it because this is going to be my last time before we close this group of enrollment. So why did we start the Mastermind Club? Well, Jared, the FX chief, he's basically semi-retired. And the FX chief he's no longer hosting the mastery class. And so he retired the mastery class. And he called me in his office and he said, hey Josh, you know, when I mean semi-retired, Jared's the CEO. He's our CEO. He comes into work for 3 hours, 4 hours, then he leaves. He's built a team, a leadership team over the years to run the day-to-day, week-to-week operations, and you know, he comes in for his 3 to 4 hours, makes his CEO decision, because you know that's what really a CEO does, the visionaries and the decision makers, and he does his job and he leaves, make sure that the ship's steering the way that he wants to steer. But he called me in his office and he said, hey, you know, I want you to take over the mastery class. And I said, hey, you know, that's, so I said, number one, so thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for the trust. I think that's fantastic. I said, but, you know, I don't want to just do what you're doing. I don't want to just regurgitate the lessons and just, you know, plug and play. I don't want to be that instructor. That's not who I am. I said, what I would like to do is provide a service. And I would like to provide a service to help investors generate retirement income even if they can't do it on their own. And so we started talking about it. We created the Mastermind Club. And the reason why Jared gained permission to do all this isn't just because he liked me. He did it because of the formulas and the achievements in which I've accomplished within the Forex market. You know, I know what it's like not to have a whole lot of money. I know that feeling. I know what it's like to be broke. And many of you in this room, you're better off than when I first started. When I first started trading, I only had $500, and I scraped up my money to do that. I used to be a personal trainer. I had nothing to do with the Forex industry. And so I took a $500 initial deposit investment, and I turned it into over 39,000 US dollars of profit. And so I know what it takes to grind and the effort. Last year alone, I made over 38,000 pips net. And that's what I ended up closing my year with. Last year alone, you know, I placed a little bit over 793 trades, and I won 76% of all of them. My track record has given me the privilege and the opportunity of working with some of the elite investors in the entire world and some of the wealthiest individuals. For example, Kevin Harrington, one of the original sharks from Shark Tank, now endorses me, and we now host presentations with one another by invite from him. He asked me to teach traders or teach people how to trade like a shark. And so we created this Forex Mastermind Club, which is designed to generate retirement income. And for me, retirement income is 4,500 pips a month. And I do this by establishing 3 separate buckets of income, which are going to diversify your income sources, giving you that much better of a chance of securing income. So how do I do that? Well, bucket number 1 is the technical bucket. My trading ideas, my 6 months of my weekly meetups, and my 6 months of my quarterly mastermind events. So you're going to learn my formula throughout this entire experience of finding trades. You're going to see all my entry strategies. You're going to understand my equity management growth plans. We're going to meet once a week. We have a meet today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to do that for 6 months. They're all recorded, so you can watch them as many times as you want. We have 3-day on-site and online mastermind events, once a quarter for 6 months. I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of all my lessons and a complete breakdown of all my strategies when we apply them to the live market. The goal is for you to make 1,000 pips a month on your own. That's what I want you to do. I want to give you the skill and have that security. Then there's what's going to be called a automation trading bucket. And this is where I give you my trading systems. This is designed for residual income to where all your direction, entries, stops, and limits can all be automated. You can receive text messages, emails, pop-up alerts, and notifications on when you should buy, when you should sell, or it can do it for you. The results on this is pretty incredible. Since February, it's made over 19,820 pips on 4 currency pairs. And the goal of this bucket of income is to bring to you 1,500 pips a month of opportunity. Then you have the trade copier bucket, which is intended to follow my experience. This is where if I win, you win. If I lose, you lose. And this is the goal for this bucket is to bring to you 2,000 pips a month. So whether you're driving your car, whether you're sleeping, or whether you're at work, or whether you're just doing something other than trading, if I'm making money, you're making money. That's what this is intended for. If I'm generating profits, you're generating profits. And so this is how I'm going to help investors make 4,500 pips a month. So if you're trading $1 a pip, that's over $4,000 a month. If you're trading a standard lot, you can kind of do the math as well. Now, I'm going to give you the value and the details of how to enroll into this program. And just understand that we're only going to let 12 more people enroll, and then we're closing the enrollment for a period of time. So the Mastermind Club, 3-day in-person events, as well as the weekly meetups, manuals, checklists, recordings, access to the trading ideas, that's a value of $2,995 US by itself. The automated trading side, which is 2 auto trading systems, the Mastermind Direction Entry, as well as the Mastermind Indicators. Remember, since February, it's made over 19,820 pips. That's an average of 1,982 pips a month. That's a value of $2,995 US by itself. And then the copier, which is intended for you to have the same experience as I have, to where if I make 2,000 pips a month, which is going to be my goal, which last year made 38,000 pips, but it's intended for you to make those profits. And so the value of this is $3,995 just by itself. So putting this all together, the Mastermind Club, 3-day Mastermind events, the automated trading systems, trade copier, 3 buckets of income, all of this has a value of $9,985 US. So everything comes down to an investment, return on the investment, and you're all investors. If you're already trading, you know that there's a risk, there's a reward. And so the question that I want to ask you is, if you put your investment caps on and you were to make this investment, what would the return on the investment be to make it worth it? And so I'm just going to ask you some simple questions on if it will be worth it to you, if this program was able to accomplish some items. So let me ask you the first one. If all this program did was establish a monthly PIP income of 4,000 pips a month, month after month after month, would it be worth the investment? Yes or no? If all this program did for you was establish 3 separate income streams to where you had the confidence that your income was so reliable that you could retire in the next 12 months, would that be worth the investment to you? Stop and really think about it. And if all this program did for you was just allow you to earn the money so that you could begin to travel and just spend more time with your family members, would that be worth the investment? Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this program has been increasing in price for the enrollment of $49.95. We allowed 200 people to enroll into the program, then we increased our prices. We allowed 200 more people enroll to the program, we increased our prices, and so on and so forth. We're going to let 12 more people enroll into this program, and then we're going to close the enrollment for a period of time until we can increase the attendance opportunities in regards to getting the next group of traders in. We need to service the first group of traders because we have closer to 1,000 people that have already been a part of this program. And so for the next 12 people, we're going to give you a great savings, okay? And what does that mean? Well, this comes directly from Jared Martinez, the FX chief. And if it was up to me, I would not be providing this savings. I'd be very straightforward with you, just because I know the type of overhead in which a program like this costs to run. But Jared Martinez, the FX chief, is providing and extending what's called a New Year savings. And this New Year savings is going to be available for the last 12 traders to incentivize you to take action today so that we can fill up the program and we can close the enrollment. And so for the next 12 people that type their telephone numbers into the question section box and enroll and take action, you're going to be provided information on what's known as the New Year's savings. And so when you type your telephone number in, this is what's going to happen. We're going to, number one, mark your profile, because you can only receive this New Year's savings through a presentation like this. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pull up your profile and we're going to mark your profile that you attended this presentation, because this is not advertised on our website. This isn't being advertised in other sources. You can only get this here. Number two, we will have an education specialist contact you. And what we will do for you is we will say, hey, this is what your New Year's savings is. There's X amount of spots left. I'm going to answer all of your questions, and then you can make a decision on whether or not you would like to enroll before we close the enrollment. For those of you who type in bonus into the question section box, by simply typing in bonus, we're going to give you an added feature. Now, this added feature is very simple. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it is designed to help you eliminate some of your risk by enrolling into this program. So by simply typing in bonus, BONUS, into the question section box, not only will you have the opportunity to receive information on the New Year's savings, but you will also be provided how you can eliminate some of your risk with enrolling into this program, which is relatively fantastic. And so, but remember, it is only available for the next 12 people, and that's it, and we're closing. Now, one of the things in which has been stated to me is whether or not 12 people enrolled today, we're going to be closing the enrollment regardless for this first group, okay? And so what I would like to do is just recognize the following investors who just typed in bonus into the question section box. Just want to let you know that we're going to, number one, mark your profile, and number two, we're going to reach out to you and we're going to provide you the information about the New Year's savings and as well as how to eliminate some of your risk. There is a class where we're going to be meeting with the group at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today, and it will be recorded. We do it on Fridays simply so that you can listen to the recordings over the weekend just in case you're unable to attend. Fred, we have your telephone number. Thomas and Eric and Dante and Roger and Tyrone and Linux. FX, I have you for bonus. And Catherine, Ram and Karen, Tom, have you for a bonus. Mats and George and YT and GC Walt, Avi, have you for bonus. Now, don't forget, one of the things which we are going to be including in quarter two, we're going to give you 6 months of the trade copier. We're going to include it into this. So if you decide to enroll into the program today, we will be providing you the trade copier for 6 total months. You and I are going to work together for an entire quarter, and I'm going to educate you on how this works and how I plan on trading, and then you're going to be able to have it. And you can keep it and you can use it as much as you want for 6 entire months. Now, don't forget, we're also going to give you, we will grandfather the next 12 people into this group of traders who will receive what's called the inauguration prep sessions. We had a prep session on January 5th. It was at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The next 2 prep sessions will be January 12th and January 20th. These are just added gifts, and these are just added benefits for those of you in the room who are going to be club members. So Lib says already club member. So Lib, you're already going to receive this, okay? So you're going to receive this inauguration prep session. This is going to be no charge to you. It's going to be completely complimentary, and it's our gift to you. Dan, I have you for bonus. We'll have one of our education specialists reach out to you. So to go over this one last time, and then I'll leave this open here next 3 to 5 minutes because I got to set up for the next presentation. The Mastermind Club members are going to learn how to establish 3 separate income sources, where the goal is for them to generate right around 4,500 pips a month. We do this through a couple ways. We have what's called a technical bucket of income. And the technical bucket of income is designed to help you make 1,000 pips a month on your own. I do this by meeting with you once a week for 6 months. We're going to meet today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, so just a couple hours from now. We have 3-day quarterly mastermind events for 6 months. I give you direct access to my trading ideas, as well as direct access to my on-demand video analysis videos, which are 1 to 5 minutes long, and there's 25 of them ready to go. You can download this right now. You also receive access to the automated trading side, which is 2 auto trading systems, as well as we'll be creating and developing more along the way. You receive a mastermind direction, and receive mastermind indicators. Since February, on 4 currency pairs, they've averaged 1,982 pips a month, and that's a value of $2,995 US by itself. Then you have the most exciting aspect to this is what's called the trade copier. Now, this trade copier realistically is going to be the big answer for a tremendous amount of individuals. You know, this when we created this and we had permission to do this, this copier is really designed for the trader who has put in their heart and their soul. When I put this together, I was thinking to myself, you know, the trader who puts their heart and their soul into this, they tried, and for whatever reason, they just have some emotional stumbling blocks, some emotional demons that just prevent them from achieving their success. They have the technology disability. You know, they just have, for whatever reason, they're just not getting it. What this trade copier is going to do is allow you to experience, it's intended for you to experience the same results as I'm experiencing. Now, I've also thought about this trade copier to be a really great tool of building wealth for the person who already understands how to trade. Because if you already understand how to trade and you're generating an income, and let's just say, you know, you're in your 40s, your 50s, or early 60s, and you're kind of like, hey, I still have 5 to 20 years left to work, you know, that I enjoy. You may really love what you do. Well, what you could do with this copier, just a thought, is you could set aside some money and just let the copier grow your wealth. And you could treat it like a little investment where you can add money to it on a monthly basis, or you can just leave it alone, let it grow your wealth. You could use it for fun money, or you could use it to build a legacy. You know, let's just say, for example, you want to be able to provide an income source to your family members when you're no longer here, or if you can't, or something were to happen. I'm not saying that to scare anyone. That's not the purpose. I'm saying this because it's the reality of it. I see this being a wonderful income source for investors to be able to share with their family and their loved ones. It is an added security and an extra bucket of an income. It's something of which, if you want, as of now, you can only receive it with my Mastermind Club. And it's something in which I'm going to be making available. And how much can this produce? My goal is to produce 2,000 pips a month with it. And this is going to be directly tied to me and my performance. Now, can I do 2,000 pips a month? Yes, I can. Why do I say that? Because last year I made over 38,000 pips. I won 76% of my trades, and I've won so far 11 continuous and consecutive months of net profits and net pips. So therefore, if you're kind of wondering how many months in a row can you experience great results, right now I'm on month number 11 of continuous growth. So this is something that you want. We are going to make this available for investors, but it's only going to be for the next 12 people. So the next 12 people that enroll into the program, we will be giving you what's called a New Year's savings. And this New Year's savings is specifically designed to help you enroll into the program at a very affordable rate. And if you type in bonus, BONUS, we'll give you an added aspect to where we can help you eliminate some of your risk with the enrollment. But it's only for the next 12 people. Ziv says, so is it possible that to make more than 2,000 pips a month? Yes. I absolutely foresee that some months I'll make 3,000 pips. Some month I may even make 4,500 pips, maybe even 5,000 pips. It's not uncommon. I've done it multiple times last year. I don't see the reason why I can't do it again this year, especially with all the market volatility. I'm going to leave this open here next 3 to 5 minutes. If you're interested, type your telephone number into the question section box. Type in bonus, BONUS, into the question section box. We'll reach out to you. Carl, we have you for bonus, and Robbie and Eric and Dan, Alan, we have your information, everyone else. I'll leave this open here next 3 to 5 minutes. For those of you who are part of the club, I'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. For those of you who are signing up right now, I'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you. Hopefully you learned a whole lot today. And on that note, every day, helping traders find a way. This is Joshua Martinez.